Hey guys, this is Neon Nezzy, back again with another Destiny 6 video. Today we are taking a closer look at Destro. The one thing that I have not provided informative information in this game is Destro, and today we are going to cover it. Before I get started, I just want to say congratulations again to Adonis DRC and Metcan for winning the gift card giveaway. I have not given the gift cards out because Metcan has not gotten back to me on what kind of device he or she uses. So Metcan, if you're watching this, please get back to me. Now, moving on to the video, I finally got some free time and I feel like my old self again. Granted, my team comp is very hard to come by. It's all nat 5s, but I will be mentioning a few tips and tricks in this video that should help you guys achieve, or should just, regardless of your team, you guys can just take tips and tricks from this video and apply to your own team. So right there I highlighted Shaolin and the Caesar because they do not have max skill cooldown reduction. Everybody else has about 60 or above 60. Those two are on 50%. Of course, Scissor Gunter does not have 60% skill cooldown reduction, but then again, he doesn't need to. So let's get started here. As you guys will soon see, straight off the bat, within 1 second, I drag everybody. This is what I call freeze travel, or freeze attack. Basically, you freeze attack, freeze attack, freeze attack, or freeze activation. Let's call that freeze activation. You freeze the screen and you activate, and right there within 1 second, each one of my units have all activated one of their skills. Within 10 seconds, you guys will see a damage of at least 1 million here, and we are just going to do Scissor Gunter's first skill as many times as we can, because every time we crit with it, we will gain 8% permanent attack buff. So right now, I'm not really sure how much he's doing. Let's see here. About 250,000. By the end, because of the multiplier, he will be dealing about 1 million per pop. And you guys will see that. So let's talk about all of these units in succession. Before I do though, I'm waiting for a time where I freeze travel. Now, freeze travel is what I do with Carlota's second skill. She is the leader, meaning that only her, she and only she will be taking damage if she falls within the area of effect. If she does not fall within that area, then she is absolutely safe. So right here, I don't know when I'm going to freeze frame. Actually, if he does the puddle thing right now, yep, it happens right now. Watch. I wait to see all 3 circles form. I click on Scissor Carlota and I drag her. This is called freeze traveling, guys. This is what I call it, simply to dodge everything. The only thing that you really need to be concerned about here is the puddles, the suction breath, and the body slam. So now the poison puddles over here, as you guys clearly saw, is so very easy to dodge as long as you have a healer or a buffer in or as your leader. Now, when it comes to the suction, where he suctions you in and then he does like a headbutt or a head flick and deals incredible damage, same thing. Just freeze travel and you should be a-okay. Now, when it comes to the body slam, it is impossible to dodge it. Only thing you can do is break him, which right here for me is impossible to break him within 1 break cycle, simply because Caesar and my Shaolin are my breakers and they do not have maxed skill cooldown reduction. Even if they did, it would require very incredible timing to do so. So this is why Rock Caesar plays an even bigger role than just applying burn and spotlight, because his second ability will actually decrease the attack power of the boss, which in turn, even when there is about a minute left, you guys will see this, when there is a minute or something left, the boss is almost at his strongest, does a body slam, but it does not kill me. Now the puddle, guys, is also taken care of by Arcana. Imagine the puddle like being a gas bomb, alright? The bomb will hit you first and then explode. Now the explosion itself deals damage, and then if you are poisoned, each poison tick will deal immense damage. So it's almost okay to get hit by the first explosion. Alright, it's almost okay, especially if it's early on in the game, or if you have the attack break on the boss. Then, because I have Arcana, she basically has an immunity shield, which will then shield me from the puddles, making me take almost no damage. Again, right here, freeze travel, boom, dodge the initial explosion, and now even if I somehow reset on to the puddles, I will not be taking damage, because once the puddles are in effect, it'll only deal damage once you are poisoned, and each poison has time to tick. So actually, if you're fast enough and you're poisoned and if you can cleanse it immediately, you are still in theory safe. However, I am not that bold to try out that theory. So now let's move on from left to right, talking about the units, what I have orbed them with, crested them with, titled them with, or entitled them with, and then how they play a role in this conquest of ours to 100 million damage. So before this video started, you guys will have seen I was at 106 million at rank 32. This right here was my attempt to reach rank 25 and achieve 100 over. I was just trying to beat my previous record. Let's start off on the left with Scissor Gunter. Scissor Gunter, first skill is Snipe. Now again, I don't have all these skills memorized, but his first skill is just a sniper, deals immense damage, and every time you crit, you will gain 8% attack, which as time progresses on, you guys will see does immense damage. It does the work. I would recommend max skilling his first skill. Second skill does not really need any skill ups for this specific scenario. When it comes to orbs and crests, I have him on concentration crest, obviously, to get him up to about 31.5% critical rate. Now, when it comes to the crest, he is on all kinds of crests, because I am not specifically trying to get him to have a high cooldown reduction. I have Carlota to apply skill cooldown reduction, and Scissor Gunter at max skill will actually decrease the cooldown of his first skill by 15 seconds every time he crits. So that's like a built-in cooldown. I think I have him titled with the... I think he is titled with the leader, or with the title that gives him 5% attack and 30% critical damage. Again, you guys can see all these stats at the end of the video. I'm just trying to cover them to the best of my capabilities and to the best of my memories. I would suggest you guys focus on stats in this order: crit rate, crit damage, attack. First of all, if you're not doing crits, you're not going to be dealing critical damage. Then, in a previous video of mine, we clearly saw that critical damage does more damage output than attack. We used one orb as a example, and we changed the substat of the attack to critical damage, and we saw a damage output increase. Next, moving on to the Shaolin. I think, again, max skills on her first skill would be awesome, but it does not have to be. My Shaolin only has level 3 on both of her skill ups. She's on concentration with about 17.5% critical rate, and she has about 25% status activation. Those are the two things I would suggest you guys focus on. Skill cooldown reduction, again, everybody besides Scissor Gunter you should try to get them to 60%. Status activation ideally would be over 30%. Best case scenario would be 40% or more. However, for that to happen, you guys need incredible orbs and crests. My Shaolin is on a broken set of 3 bravery orbs and 1 concentration orb. I am going to change out that concentration orb soon, and I should be able to hit a skill cooldown reduction of 60%. Is there anything else I want to talk about the Shaolin? Her crests are Grit, again, just for the cooldown. Now you guys can go Precision, but just make sure whatever you guys go, you guys have 60% skill cooldown reduction, and try to get as much status activation rate as possible. For increase in damage, I would suggest you guys also try to pursue some attack, because we have here a Spotlight debuff and a crit rate buff, which is going to reduce our requirements for crit rate on our individual units. Moving on to Scissor Carlota. First skill, max it out completely. Second skill, don't even need to touch it. I think if you max it out, it will reduce skill cooldown and heal for more based on her attack. So my Carlota, I just focused on skill cooldown reduction, and then once that was achieved, I then made her gain more attack just for the heal increase, but again, not that big of a deal. With the Spotlight and the Arcana buff, my Carlota will actually end up having over 70% critical rate. And she doesn't even do that much damage. Moving on to Rock Caesar. This was the bane of my Destro run, simply because I could not get him. You guys saw the video. I spent over 60,000 rubies on this unit, did so many Destiny shifts, even at the expense of 10 guaranteed natural 5-star scrolls. I was not able to get him. Later, after the video, I did about 5 more 10x summons, and then I went on to do the Destiny shift, at which point I achieved Rock Caesar through sheer luck. I'm super happy about it. He is on concentration. He is on 2 bravery and 2 concentration orbs with about 24% critical rate, 50% skill cooldown reduction, and 27% status activation rate, I think. Now, ideally, what I would like to do is to take down his attack, because he actually has plus 700 attack, which he does not need. I would highly recommend to not focus on attack on your Caesar, and to focus on stats as follows. First of all, skill cooldown reduction, then status activation, and then finally crit rate or attack, depending on what kind of orbs you have on him. His first skill, oh crap, I never even talked about the skills. Alright, let me just talk about Scissor Gunter, and we'll hop back to Shaolin and Carlota. My bad, guys. Caesar's first skill will apply the burn and reduce defense by, I think, 60%, which is incredible. As we know, the boss will take increased damage as I deal a burn. So his first skill is super OP. Second skill actually makes it safer by you applying Spotlight, which increases your damage output, but also, as I mentioned, has the attack buff. I think it's happened once already where I get hit by the puddle explosion. Right here I'm going to get hit by the puddle explosion. I think I will, and I still manage to survive it. Actually, I think I dodge it. Nope, I still take it, but look at that. I'm still alive simply because of that attack break on the boss. If that wasn't there, I would be dead. Let's just look at the damage here from Scissor Gunter really quick. 94,000, 95,000. Boom, 99 million. Sorry, that was a 4 million increase right there. So, Caesar is great for those reasons. Now, Shaolin, second skill is just for break. I know we're hopping back here, but stay with me, guys. Second skill is just for break. First skill is for a damage buff, damage output buff, and a debuff onto the boss, which is going to increase the damage that the boss takes. In total, the damage output between the buff and the debuff should be about 100%, which is just absolutely insane, which is why Shaolin is being used by everybody in the top 10. Now, Carlota, again, is just there for the skill cooldown reduction, and as you guys see, I use her every now and then for freeze traveling. Now let's move on to Arcana. First skill, when it crits, will heal you for your attack based on your attack. Not the biggest deal. Second skill is what we love here. She has a 50% critical rate increase buff, which is just absolutely insane. It's the highest buff there is when it comes to critical rate, and it will shield you from debuffs for it will shield you from deals for like 15 whole seconds, guys, which is just insane. Meaning that the poison will not touch you. And if you survive the body slam, you will not be stunned because that shield protects you from the stun. Now, we are coming close to the end of the run over here. I am desperately trying to break the boss at least one last time, but we're not going to be able to break the boss. 20,000. We just did a Gunter pop and now it's 21,000. 22,000. Did a Gunter pop and now it should get up to 23,000. Okay. Watch this. The boss does a body slam. I survive. 20 seconds or 25 seconds left. I should have died. Anybody else, if you have tried to take a body slam, you guys know that you are going to die. However, because of the attack break from the boss, I survived. Right here, watch this. Tail, not today. Freeze travel, we're safe. Carlota for the win. Let's go. We have 15 more seconds left. At this point, I know I'm not going to be able to break the boss. Even if I do, I'm not going to be able to take advantage of the full break time. So I'm just trying to use Scissor Gunter's first skill as many times as possible. 28,000 or 28 million. I keep saying 1,000. 29 million, basically 30 because of that Gunter pop. Now, 2 more Gunter pops, and I think that's what allows us to get to... We don't get to 150 million. But we do get over 125, which is pretty good. It's better than my last score, which was 106. And this run comes to a close. I am just absolutely blown away by how valuable Caesar and the Shaolin are to this team comp. And get this. If I was able to break the boss every single time, for now, if you guys go back and look, alright, for example, you guys will see that the break opportunity comes up, I get 5 breaks down, and now I have to wait for the following break opportunity to break him. That's 2 break opportunities wasted. These are just the stats. Just you guys can pause them on YouTube. I go through them really, really quick. I apologize for that, but you guys can freeze the screen, right? Anyway, as I was saying, I have to basically wait between breaks to get the break chance to deal that increased damage or to apply that break chain. Or I don't know how to say it, I don't know what the word is, but basically just to break the boss, I need to wait for 2 opportunities. That is simply because my Shaolin and my Caesar don't have enough cooldown. If I did have enough cooldown, the first thing I would do is figure out which one of their break skills apply faster. For example, if you guys look at Adonis, you guys know that he does his sword wave and then the sword falls like a second or 2 later. Similarly, all skills have different cast times. Personally, I think Caesar has a slower cast time than the Shaolin. I am not sure, but I'm going to figure out which one has the faster cast time, and then I'm going to give that unit the 60% cooldown, which I think I can achieve tonight, after which, instead of breaking them every 2 break opportunities, I will be breaking them every single break. Basically, this means that I could double my damage output, actually even more than that, because during the break, the boss takes increased damage, and as time passes on, Gunter is doing nothing but getting stronger and stronger. Right here, I'm having a meltdown, searching through, trying to figure out who on earth was the 5th member of my team comp. It's Carlota. Nezzy, Carlota, there you go. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Easy, quick disclaimer, the video that we recorded for my channel has no audio. So we're gonna have to record that all over again. Before I forget, huge shout out to Antonella and his guild. I actually joined his guild because, again, I do not have enough time to act as a guild leader. However, I can put in enough effort to be just one of the guild members. I hope everybody in Destiny Board is doing well. If you guys have any questions, alright, any questions at all, we reached rank 20, by the way. I just want to point that out. I was aiming for rank 25, but we reached rank 20. If you guys have any questions at all, please let me know in the comment section down below. I will answer it. If you guys like my content, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I'll be doing a video soon with Easy, just talking about random stuff and what the game can do to progress in a direction that we want. Until the next time, guys, Neon.